is up, Rundown Nation. Meant to play that little clip as a commercial later on, so I didn't want to give you too much of it. But what is going on? Welcome. We are live for episode 61 of the Rundown, live on Facebook and YouTube. As always, the show is powered by the PFA, for the players, by the players, and training trifecta, the official uniform company of the PFA franchise, as well as the Rundown family shows. Filling in again this week for Chris Cousins is Commissioner David Duncan. Dunk, thank you for helping out and jumping on when Chris is busy and staying at work. So we appreciate that. And how you doing tonight, man, in sunny, warm Miami?
Man, I'm hanging in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Just out here with the palm trees, man. We outside.
I do miss those palm trees. And I know last week you said you were wondering where the geckos were. That's something that people don't understand when they're not living in Florida is geckos are everywhere. Everywhere. You probably got iguanas down there in Miami, don't you?
Hell yeah. They invasive. They all over the damn place.
I see videos of people chasing them all the time and catching them and stuff. Crazy. Also, a shout out to our media partners, Rivals Live. Thanks to Rivals Live for the games of the week and great footage you provide for the show. Pick Six Photography. Make sure you book Pick Six at a game near you for all the great photos and action footage. And Goat Gear. Do you have that goat mentality? Show it off with some official goat gear. You can find all that goat gear offers on the Goat Gear website. Audacity and Tiggs Visuals as well. Thank you guys for being a media partner to the PFA and to the Rundown. As always, we're live on Facebook. We're going to take a quick break and we'll get right into some recaps from last week, Dunk. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, and I don't know where Dunk went. Should be on here.
I ain't on here.
Oh, there you go. You're small. What the hell? There we go.
Probably I'm on my iPad, man. My phone charging right now. I'm trying to share the rundown, man. Yeah, make sure y'all share the rundown, man. Let's get these views back up, man. God damn.
Welcome back to episode 61 of the PFA. Or the Rundown. I'm here with none other than Commissioner David Duncan. Week 4 felt like the week where some teams really started separating themselves, Dunk, from the rest of the pack. So let's take a look at some of these games. That reset there. Let's start with the Detroit Ravens beating the Grand Rapids Surge 41-21. Dunk, the Ravens just continue to look complete in every phase right now. Offensively, they're moving the football. Defensively, they're forcing mistakes, and once they grabbed momentum in this game, Grand Rapids just couldn't slow them down. The Surge hung around early, but Detroit turned it on that second half and never looked back. At 4-0 now, the Ravens are making a serious statement in the league. What are your thoughts about the game? I see that a lot of people are talking about that the Surge scored 20 points on the Ravens, and how, I've seen some comments about the Ravens defense being not like it used to and all that other blah, blah, blah. But I really don't think that's the case. I just think the Surge had something that they were doing, and they were able to score some points.
Yeah, so I mean, out the gate, they had a pick six. The Surge. Most of their points came pretty much on the defensive side. I think they had either kick return, punt return, something happened.
A bad snap. It was a bad snap right there.
Yeah, I think a fumble got recovered or something like that. Yep. So it's the points were scored, but it wasn't like they scored every point on the Ravens defense. That's not how that went.
Right, yeah.
So, Jimenez, what's up, man? Yeah, people gonna talk. It's good for get the chatter talking. I read the comments I seen, and of course they talking about Tyler's over there at Inside the Lines. He gonna stir the pot a little bit. That's what he do.
Yep, that's his game.
It is what it is.
And honestly, he's good at what he does, and regardless of what you think about him, he does stir the pot, and he's definitely an expert at that for sure.
But that's the Surge ultimately, they at the crib, they played a hard game, regardless of anything. You got to give credit to the Surge no matter what. They went into overtime last week up in Flint. They got one loss. Oh no, I'm sorry, two losses.
Yeah, they're 2-2.
Last year, yeah. So it's a lot of football left. So they not backing down from no challenge. That's a plus for sure.
The next game was the Motor City Rams and the Cap City Bandits. We watched some of the highlights from that clip that Rival sent us. The Bandits just did not have a good time with the Rams, and we kind of knew this was going to be a tough game for them. But Motor City looks scary right now, Dunk. Their defense is flying around, making plays, and offensively they can score fast or grind you down with the long drive. A 37-point shutout against, I think, a good Bandits team is a massive statement heading into Week 5. Of course, the Bandits are now in that second spot right now. So, but they're close to GCT. They're on their heels still. So, and they play them this weekend. So we're going to see what exactly how it plays out. And then, like you said, halfway through the season, stuff starts to separate themselves, and who's going to make that six? That's those 6 spots of the playoffs. That it's the grind time now.
Keep it a bean. The Bandits are a good team, right? They're in their second year. I think people fail to realize that they are a league runner-up. They are a national bowl series events runner-up. They got great leadership. It's growing pains. You know what I'm saying? But they're not backing down from no challenge either. The Bandits gonna line up with anybody. They don't care. So kudos to the Bandits for a good game. The score is 37-0, but it don't also tell the exact tale of the situation. And the Rams just, like I said, shout out to the Rams. Like I wrote in my post, they staying off the internet. They ain't doing a bunch of woofing. They locked in. Newsom over there doing a great job. He didn't transition from player to coach. A lot of people don't know that right now. They might peep it on the post, but I want to put that out there. And having that young leadership too, that's gonna get the youngins to follow through. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's for sure. And I, like I said, I think Cap City is an excellent team. They got a good organization, well coached, well ran over there by Coach Mack. So this loss doesn't reflect them as a team. It was a 3A team, and the Motor City Rams are nationally ranked. So to go take a game like that as a 2A franchise in your second year, kudos to them, man. They knew they had to go there, and they didn't complain. So, could we hope for a little bit of better outcome for them? Of course we would have, but you're playing the Motor City Rams, man. They don't say BTA for nothing. So, but like I said, they'll bounce back and they'll still be in the hunt for that championship that's coming to the end of the season. Next, we have the Lima Warriors and the Flint Fury. Man, Lima Warriors came alive this week. Dunk 40-14 over the Flint Fury. And honestly, this looked like the Lima team people expected coming into this season. Especially, I expected them to look like this when they came into the season, starting off. The offense finally exploded. They controlled the trenches and they played with energy from opening kickoff. But, man, Flint on the struggle bus still, man. And, again, another great franchise, great ran over there by Coach Charles. They're just not finding their footing or something. I'm not sure what's going on over there in Flint. But, I hope they get a win soon because, like I said, they're a good franchise, and I want to see them succeed in the PFA.
So, Flint dealing with quarterback issues, early injuries in the beginning of the season. The dedication got to be there. Got to be the next man up thought process. Shout out to Charles over there, man. For those that don't know, the Flint Fury been around since the 90s. Great franchise, man. Regardless of anything, it ain't always about wins and losses. That is important, but like longevity, that structure, that continuance to be able to maneuver and just evolve, it's there, So shout out to Flint, man. Hopefully they get things together in the long run. They got this week could be a 5th game for them. They got some more after that. For me personally, business-wise, man, just don't ever shut down shop. Just keep rolling. Roll with the punches. As far as Lima, shout out to Lima. They got, belted by the BTA boys, you know what I mean? But in our meeting, the one thing they player rep said that I appreciate is that it was an honor to play against the Motor City Rams because it gave them the vision to understand how far they are from that goal of being on that level. You get what I'm saying? So I believe they came back. They played a good game. I watched a lot of the game when it was streamed. Lima had some hiccups. Flint did some good work for what they had. Lima just, I think personally, they just had the numbers and they just kept chipping away. So, I think this is a plus for Lima in many ways, especially after the point differential last week against Motor City. But that's just how it is in pro advancement football.
That's true. Any given Saturday, it could be anybody's game. But like I said, that is the Lima that everybody expected coming into the season to be scoring that many points. Just the rolling off from last year, the momentum they had towards the end of the year, we all thought, at least I did, thought that it was going to carry over. But anyways, Flag City versus Glass City Tigers. This was a great game, I think. But we had Glass City taking down the Flag City Phantoms. The Tigers offense continues to impress week after week. Chauncey Bowman tearing it up as the quarterback. I think he's leading the league right now for a lot of categories. They're explosive, they're physical, and they can score quickly. But I'll say this too, Dunk, Flag City defense still plays hard football. The problem right now, I think, is consistency offensively. Against a team like Glass City, you got to be able to sustain drives and put points on the board, and they just couldn't keep that pace.
I'm going to keep it a bean. Glass City on a good roll, despite the, issues currently right now with, getting the field and things of that nature. They roll Warriors right now. They rolling. Shout out to Glass City for, stepping up to the plate, winning those tough games, taking they got one loss, of course, to the Detroit Ravens, but they played a good game then too. I think in hindsight, Glass City is an extremely gritty, tough team. They play hard.
Right.
For Flag City, this will be this is what I want to say. And I'm gonna be quite blunt with this. If you don't want to play no fucking football, stop signing up. Stop taking up a roster spot. The man got 65 people on the roster.
And he only gets 20 at a game.
He getting 18 to 20 at a game. he told me something recently. He said he put a heartfelt message in his team chat, for his nephew that died, long-lived Neff, man, you know what I'm saying? No. And he planned, like Aaron Sanders is playing for a family member that died, bro.
Right.
You got people that's still so selfish and still in their own way and don't want to do what's necessary to be. Like, how are you literally undefeated, take a loss, go up, play the surge with 18 people, win, and then at a home game, you can't even get 18 people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, man. It's disappointing to see. My man's calling me talking about he want to shut down shop. He don't want to do this shit no more, man. I'm sick of y'all, bro. Like, ain't nobody asked none of y'all to do this. Ain't none of y'all asked y'all to be here, bro. But for a man to take money out his kid's mouth, his wife's mouth, his own pockets, bro. He, from his mortgage. You feel me? And I don't want to hear no BS like, oh, ain't nobody asked him to do that, man. Shut up. Then nobody asked you to come and not be dedicated either. So I guess we in the same boat. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's depressing to see a team that got 6 championships, bro. And the man is pushing hard, bro, to just do something with this to see, oh, I ain't going to that game, but I'm going to go play with this team. Or I ain't going to that game because we playing such and such. Or, oh, man, it's too far. I don't feel like, bro, don't sign up for no football, bro. Stay your ass at the crib, bro.
Right. Because you're affecting everybody else that gives a shit.
It's not even, and I'm not even, I don't know, commissioner shit. I'm on some personal shit. Like, if you don't want to do this shit and you ain't got no paper and you can't pay no team fee, man, sit your broke ass at the crib, man. You know what you can do? Get on Indeed, get on Career Builder, motherfucker, go make you a motherfucking LinkedIn page. Go get your life together, bro. Why you playing football and you ain't got no pay? Right. Man, you can't even pay the league fee of $20 for registration. You stressing over $20. Hey, Brody, this ain't for you. Playing football ain't for you right now. You need to get your life together. But stop wasting my man Aaron time. If you not gonna be on the team and dedicate and come to practice and do something, man, hey, man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's yeah. It's crazy, man.
I'm sick of y'all niggas, bro. I don't got no professionalism when it comes to this shit. I'm sick of y'all niggas, bro. Cause y'all make it hard too. Cause if this man decide to fold up shop and we got 5 games left, guess what? Don't nobody got nobody to play.
Mm-hmm. And that affects the whole league. The whole league. On to the next game. Let's see. What is it? It has not changed.
How do y'all motherfuckers, man?
The Michigan Bills and the Michiana Ducks. This definitely was a statement win for the Michigan Bills. I think they got it with a 36-12 victory over the Michiana Ducks out of the MDFL. Honestly, Lunk, this may have been the best all-around performance we've seen from the Bills this season. The offense looked good. They finished drives, and defensively they controlled the most of the afternoon. They can keep that up. I think they're going to have some more wins under their belt. Will they catch Motor City or the Ravens? Probably not. They're probably still going to be that number 3 seed going into the playoffs and have to play. My guess is going to have to play the Rams because the Ravens are just scoring tons of points. And
all right, shout out to Mikey and the Bills, man, and he got a lot of internal things going on too. And it go back to these athletes. Y'all broke. I got no pay. Y'all don't want to pay for nothing. Y'all don't want to pay for a unit. Y'all don't want to put up $20. Y'all don't want to help with nothing. Y'all just want to show up. And then you show up and you get injured. You trash. You on the sideline. You ain't support. You complaining about this. You think you a coach. You ain't a good player to begin with. You ain't a good team player, man. Hey, listen. Once again, bro, shout out to Mikey, man, for what he trying to do. But in hindsight, though, let's keep it real, bro. Like, Mikey could be a lot more successful if motherfuckers just dedicate themselves, right? Mm-hmm. So let's take it a step further. Michiana Ducks, Fighting Ducks. Shout out to them, man. First year team. Shout out to the MDFL. Shout out to Justin McAfee, bro. Like, he filled a slot for me when I ain't had no game. The Ducks pulled up. And mind you, I want y'all to know this. The Ducks ain't won a game at all.
They've been getting blown out every game.
And pulled up though. They pulled up though and played a hard game. Mikey tell me, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's probably the biggest team I seen. Like, they huge, bro. Woo, woo, woo. There's a lot to be like grateful for. For me personally, like I said, on the business side, man, thank you to the Ducks for pulling up. I don't give a damn about the score. I give a fuck about playing football games. They showed up to Michigan. They played a hard game. They scored some points. And Mikey and them said that was the most fun they had since the Badgers, since the Wayne County Badgers. Listen, man, I ain't really got too much to say on it, man. Shout out to the Ducks, man. Good luck in the rest of y'all season. I think we play one more time. I think we might have one more crossover game or something like that with you guys or something like that. But, shout out to the Bills, man. Keep rolling. Don't even worry about listen, let me say this to y'all. Don't worry about no fucking Ravens. Don't worry about no fucking Rams. Don't worry about nobody. Worry about the Bills and what you can do week to week and win games week to week. That's all that matters. I don't give a fuck what league they from. I don't give a fuck how many people they show up with. Win the fucking football game. That's it, man. Shout out to both of these franchises.
Definitely. Well, this game is easy to talk about. We all know that the Michigan Apes folded. The Michigan Force were supposed to play them. We couldn't fill a game, so they got a 21-0 win, their first win of the season. They're now 1-3. Unfortunately, they play the Ravens this coming weekend, so that's going to be a heck of a game for them. It's going to be a tough matchup, but we'll get into that a little later. But that is going to conclude our Week 4 recap of the PFA season. Dunk, we're into Week 5 already, man. This season's flying by. I can tell you that right now. But that's going to wrap up our recap. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to episode 60 of The Rundown. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to make sure you like those, hit those follow buttons, subscribe to us, and while you're at it, share the stream. Tell your friends, your family. Dunk, the Players Football Association enters Week 5 with undefeated teams protecting their crowns and struggling squads trying to stop the season from turning into quicksand. This week feels different. The standings are beginning to harden like wet cement, and every hit carries a little extra weight. So we're going to jump right into the Week 5 preview of the matchups and see what we have. First off, we're going to start with the 4-0 Ravens versus the Michigan Force, which is 1-3. You got to remember that the Michigan Force is a 2A team. The Ravens are 3A team. Everybody knows the Ravens. They're a 3A team. They're number one in the country. It's going to be a tough matchup for the Force. They're going to have to show up and they're going to have to play hard. They're desperate for momentum at 1-3. Their playoff hopes are starting to flicker like a loose stadium bulb. Dunk. The Force have shown flashes offensively, but have struggled putting together 4 complete quarters, I think, against top competition. I think it's going to be a rough game for them, but that's just me.
Listen, man. Shout out to Justin, man. He doing a lot over there. I know it's hard. I want y'all to understand that owning a franchise is not easy.
Right.
Recruiting quality athletes is not easy. Instead of recycling, right?
Right.
He learning some tough lessons as he go on. He in week 5, and sometimes, and I'm gonna say this, sometimes we bite off more than we can chew. It don't mean you can't finish it. It's just gonna take a little bit more time. I want people to think that when you sitting there in that uniform on the sideline and you feel you better than the motherfucker on the field, guess what? You might not be for real. And when you looking at your coach and you feel like you can coach better than him, you might not, though, for real. And when you looking at your owner and you think you can do better than him, you might not, for real. This shit ain't for the weak, and it ain't for the poor. It ain't for the brokies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To the Michigan Force, show up and play football, man. I need people to understand. I rock with my franchises heavy. All right. Ain't none of them unbeatable. None of them. None of them are unbeatable. They all can lose. But at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, just go play a good game of football, bro. That's what you signed up for. Go out there and give it your all and be a team player and do what you got to do. That's it. As far as the Ravens is concerned, hey, keep rolling. People doubt you. Oh, they don't travel. You think a team that been around for 21 motherfucking years ain't never traveled? Shut up. Fuck are you talking about? Guess what? I got June 27 open right now for the Ravens. Guess what? Ain't not a single nigga came and knocked on my door for it yet. So shut up. Oh, they ain't that good. Shut up. Oh, they don't play nobody. Shut up. They don't travel. Shut up. Because everybody y'all think they don't play, they play, bro. Shut up, man. They done went to Nationals, beat Dallas Prime, beat the brakes off of the CMFL teams. Motherfucking just beat the Oklahoma Bears, who was undefeated, and we knew they wasn't gonna be what they advertised. Got belted. Like, come on, man. At the end of the day, yo, listen to the Ravens, man. Keep on rolling, man. It's gonna be a good, hard fought game.
For sure. Next up, we have the Glass City Tigers versus the Capital City Bandits. This is a big game in the 2A division. They're neck and neck at the first place spot. I mean, this game is definitely with legitimate playoff aspirations and something to prove. The Glass City Tigers have looked explosive offensively, like we said, throughout the season. We got Chauncey Lohman, probably the best quarterback in 2A right now. He's killing it in all kinds of categories. Then you got the Capital City Bandits with Mac Sr. over there, who's a ball player, man. And then you got the Cap City Bandits just in general. Their toughness, their disciplined, and they just got to fix a couple things from last week, and I think they'll be okay. I think this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be close. It's going to come down to who executes the best, I think, at the end.
I ain't gonna hold you. Right now, the way Glass City moving, they remind me of 2022 Glass City. They fierce. They don't give a damn about nothing. They lining up. They playing ball. They physical. You feel me? They letting the cards lay where they gonna lay. You know, they ain't hanging their heads. I think personally for me, Glass City playing in Florida down here against a championship team who, in my opinion, ain't that good. You feel me? But they get a lot of recognition. I know Glass City in their mind, if we only had maybe a couple, like 6 or 7 core more guys, we win this game. You feel me? And I think they sitting on that. You feel me? And it's fueling a major fire. You know what I mean? To the Bandits. The Bandits is, I mean, Leak over there doing his thing. I think, I talked to Coach Matt. Leak having a ball. Leak ain't had this much fun in football in years. You know what I mean? Like, I think the team, prime example, Glass City played the Ravens, lost, but learned so much. Bandits played Motor City, lost, but learned so much. I think with both of them, learning so much from two very, very extremely high quality caliber teams, me personally, number 1 and number 2 in the nation easily, and it could go either way. Number 1 or number 2, whichever one you want to put up there, whatever your flavor is. I think this right here does deserve to be the game of the week.
For sure. Next up, we have the Flag City Phantoms taking on the BTA boys, the Motor City Rams. The Rams have been steamrolling, Dunk. I don't know if they're if anybody can stop them right now. I mean, they're making plays, they're scoring a lot of points. Could this be the challenge they need from Flag City? But then we also got to wonder, like we talked about earlier, what Flag City team is going to show up? Is it going to be the 20 players? Or going to be the full? Where they have to travel to Detroit, so we know it's not going to be 65 players. But will they get 30? Will they get 35? Will they have support at the sidelines like they should have? That could make a difference in this game, I think.
When it comes down to Flag City, go back to my first statement, man. Who, not like you just said, who gonna show up, but who gonna ball? Who gonna step up to the plate? A lot of y'all bitch and cry about playing time and who you better than, and then when you get the opportunity, you don't show up. To that offensive line of Flag City, y'all motherfuckers need to learn to block somebody. Like, I watch y'all let y'all court, like, you ain't got no passion, no pride. You cool with letting your quarterback get smacked? Like, that should infuriate you, bro. You should be mad that I can't handle this one grown-ass man in the trenches where I can put hands and feet on him. And you ain't even doing that. You just fat. You just dare. Y'all should be embarrassed. Ashamed of yourselves to call yourselves a football player. You can't block a soul. Like, come on, man. And to the Rams, I'm just loving the leadership right now. I'm loving what Newsom over there doing right now, bro. I'm loving the mentality, bro. Like, MCR just they looking good, they feeling good, they having fun, regardless of anything. I know they got their hiccups and they got they little things that they deal with, but that's everybody, right? But it just hurt my heart to hear Aaron, go off the way he did the other day on the phone, after losing his nephew, bro. And you got 65 men on the roster and they looking crazy. You feel me? Like, losing games we shouldn't even be fucking losing, bro. Like, that shit don't sit well with me. Like, you should be able to see the league you're in, the type of caliber of teams that you, even if you look at like a Flint Fury, man, that they still relentless on the field. They still out there making sacks, causing fumbles, getting picks. Like, they still balling. Like, I don't know. This game right here gonna come down to, do Flag City really, really want to, like, shift gears or not? If you don't, then you about to see this how your rest of your season gonna be. As far as Motor City, hey, man, I'm a fucking fan. That's it. I'm a fan. That's all I got to say.
Sure. Definitely doing great things up there in at Motor City Rams camp. So, and it looks like Newsom made the jump that he's supposed to. I mean, everything happens for a reason. So him jumping to the coach position, that was meant for him to be there, because he's doing a great job. So, on to the next game. We have the Michigan Bills versus the Metro Detroit Raiders out of the PAFL. Not sure too much about the Raiders, Dunk, but I think the Bills really need this win this week just to get some more momentum going for them. So I'm going with the Bills. Obviously, support the home team.
So shout out to Buddha over there. with the Metro Detroit Raiders, man, bringing back a franchise that not only won a league but also won a national championship. You know, the old owner passed away. I believe his name was Cersei. You know what I'm saying? I think personally they trying to rebuild a legacy. You know, push through. They took a tough loss last week against the Hurricanes. I believe it was 6-12. You know, they fought good. They fought hard. I think a lot of people didn't believe they would have a team. Some people thought they would fail. You know what I mean? But they had week 1 in the PAFL. They took a loss. It's all good. You know, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. Right now, the Bills feeling good after that win. They needed that. They needed that, man. They needed that win last week. And then we at the crib. You feel me? Like, it's a lot riding on this game too. A lot of bragging rights, a lot of, you know, shit talk, you know, a lot of city rights. You know, it's a lot of people that, you know, that's my cousin over there, but, you know, on the field, he an enemy. You feel me? It's gonna be a lot of that. You know, I think it's gonna come down to who is the most disciplined, who can execute the most, who gonna be the most well coached, right? That's what it's gonna come down to for real. Not let the bullshit get in your head. Don't start jaw jacking and talking crazy to somebody because he know you and he just said something personal, man. Who cares? Shut up. I'm gonna bust your ass on this field. We can talk about that afterwards. You feel me?
Right.
You feel me? That's what it's gonna come down to, bro. I think Mikey got some good things in the works right now, man. The Raiders, you know, they can't worry about next week. It's a new week. Let's get it cracking.
Yep, that's true. Next up, we have the Lima Warriors and the Stark County Wolfpack. I mean, Lima's been dealing with some injuries, but it looks like this last week they got their quarterback back. He's probably still a little rusty, trying to get the rust off his arm a little bit, but it seems like the Lima Warriors still have some fight in them, even though they're 1-3. They're holding on to that last playoff spot right now. I know we still got 6 games to go, but I think this feels like a turning point that could either revive their season or bury them deeper in the sand or in the standings. Honestly, I think they're going to come out with a win. Hopefully, if they show up and play like they did last week against the Fury.
All right, so let's take the Wolfpack. Won the championship in the 2A division in Tri-Point about 2 years ago. Sat it down for a year, and now they back now, right? So they on the rebuild again. They did get a win in the preseason against the Mid-Ohio Patriots. And then they turned around and took a loss last week. So they coming off a loss, Lima coming off a win, and they got at least, count the preseason, I believe Lima got, 6 games under their belt so far?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. I know they got a dub in the preseason. You feel me? They got a win and they took a loss. You know what I'm saying? So
you're right. This will be game 7 for them.
Okay. So
they beat the Hurricanes. They lost to Glass City in the preseason. They lost to the Longhorns. They lost to the Bandits. They lost to the Rams, and they beat the Fury.
Okay, so they coming off a nice high horse. Motor City taught them a lot. You know, they came in. They learned some things playing against Flint. I think these two teams have never met before. And with the Wolfpack traveling to Lima, I think Lima can do what it's supposed to do. But I wouldn't count the Wolfpack out just yet because even the games they lost hasn't been by like an extremely high margin.
Right.
Sterling, what up?
Next game we have is the Grand Rapids Surge, 2-2, taking on the Michigan Hurricanes of the PAFL. We talked to them. We talked about them briefly a few minutes ago. They beat the who'd they beat? We just said their names.
The Raiders, Metro Detroit Raiders.
Yeah, the Metro Detroit Raiders. So, I mean, they have a win under the belt at least. I'm not too familiar with them. Not sure why they call themselves the Island Boys. They're in Michigan, but probably a Miami University reference or something. I don't know.
Nah, just, they always been the Michigan Hurricanes, so they just adopt a lot of the mantra from that status, you know what I mean? But Yeah, they got a dub in week 1 in the PAFL, man. Shout out to Jermaine Campbell over there doing his thing as per usual. Welcome back. Paige over there doing this one too, man. A lot of people kind of hate on Paige, kind of lightweight, think he be on some BS, but me and Paige got a great relationship. I also do their uniforms as well. Depends on his travel, how serious they gonna take the surge. You feel me? A lot of these athletes, they don't take a lot of teams seriously, and that can bite you in your ass. You feel me? So I feel like the surge, learned a lot from just playing the Ravens. You feel me? Sitting at 2-2, they back at the crib again. They get an opportunity to kind of like build and gel again and get that understanding of what it takes to be a champion again, because they are a former champion. They did win last year, lost in Florida, but was a runner-up. I believe it's going to be a better game than people expect.
I think it'll be a good game, and I think it's going to be another low-scoring game for both teams. Next up, we have the Flint Fury at 0-4 versus the Ohio Bears. Are Ohio Bears in the Tri-Point, or are they in the PFL?
Tri-Point.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember. The Fury battled. They've been battling all season, man, but struggled to finish the games, letting momentum slip away and stuff like that. But week 5 offers the opportunity to finally get that elusive first win and breathe life back into the season. And I feel like this is Flint's week to get that win underneath their belt and actually start feeling better and getting some wins and gelling a little bit better as a team, I think.
Yeah, I think the Bears, I believe, have had a couple games. They have played. They got their feet wet. I believe they have not lost, if I'm correct. But this is the first time that the Ohio Bears have ever played a Michigan team, let alone traveled to Michigan. This is a first. Bears been around for a decent amount of time. I want to say maybe about 5 years, 4-5 years for real. They've been in Tri-Point since pretty much the inception. So they are a runner-up from last year due to some technicalities, but runner-up nonetheless. Depending on how they travel, how serious they take this game, I think Flint going back home gives them an opportunity to kind of bring some more talent to the game. Maybe some of the people who are injured will feel a little bit better this week. I think this is a good test for Flint to kind of see where they can fill in gaps with athletes. You know what I mean? Just kind of piggyback and move around a bit. But I think this game will be a really good game, honestly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this game, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully Flint pulls this out and gets their first win. As always, got to root for the PFA teams. No offense to the Ohio Bears, but I hope the Flint Fury beat you. Yeah, that's gonna do it for our Week 5 preview. Dunk, saying Week 5 already is just crazy to me. But let's jump into this real quick. Around here. And the Week 4 going into Week 5 standings for the 2A. Where'd you go? Did you disappear on me?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you now.
Man, I don't know where my camera went. It's gone.
It's okay. I can still hear you. So, can you see the screen?
I can't hear you now.
You can't hear me now?
Nope.
Something happened. It was fine.
I don't hear nothing. I just see your lips moving.
What the hell? Not sure. Jump out and jump back in. See if that helps. I hear a lot of feedback.
What up, though? My camera ain't working right. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I should come out and come back in or something.
Yeah, jump out and jump back in because I'm hearing buzzing in the background like static. Yo, Mikey, what's up? How you doing, sir? How's your night going? There we go. There we go. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we straight now.
The screen all jacked up. All right. Keeps wanting to keep the other one in there. There we go. This is the week 4 going into week 5 standings for the 2A. You got Glass City at 3-1, and then you got Circle City Bandits at 3-1. Close behind that point differential. Not too far behind them. And then you got the Surge at 3 at 2-2, and then FCP at 2-2, and then you got the bottom 3, which is the Force and the Lima Warriors. The Force are up above the Lima Warriors only, so the Lima Warriors better get some points on that board. And the Fury, they're pretty close to catching Lima if Lima doesn't get some points scored and get some wins, some more wins. Fury, if the Flint wins this week and Lima doesn't, we may have some shakeup. Lima may be in that last spot for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely interesting between 4, 5, 6, and 7 in the upcoming weeks through today's schedule. You know what I mean?
I know Lima plays FCP in a couple weeks and stuff like that, so that they got some tough games coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, in the 3A, you got the Ravens, the Rams, and the Bills. Not too many teams, so it is what it is. It's basic. You know, we got the Ravens at 4-0, MCR at 4-0, and the Bills are making a comeback at 2-2. But that point differential right now is pretty big. And then, of course, you got week 4 pick'ems. Chris ain't on here. So, and I didn't get Dotson's picks, but in that, Chris and Dave and myself are tied, and Chris Dotson is just a couple points behind us because he didn't turn in his picks 2 weeks ago and this week, so he's probably busy. But yeah, that's the standings for going into week 5. Lots of exciting games playing this weekend, Dunk. So always looking forward to that. And I don't have anything else unless you have some announcements that you can talk about. That's gonna do it for us tonight.
No, I don't think I got anything else, man. Get y'all registration fees in, man. As players, y'all stop playing, or you gonna lose your entire season. I mean it.
$20, man. $20.
$20, man. I'm tripping.
Spend more on weed on a weekly basis. Don't be lying.
That's a fact.
Some of you guys be out there smoking a pound of weed a week, so $20 shouldn't be that much. Come on. But as always, filling in for Chris Cousins, Mr. David Duncan, Commissioner and owner of the PFL. We appreciate you. Thank you, and hopefully Chris will be back next week. If not, David Duncan will be here filling in for him. So, as always, I'm Brian Mitchum, Director of Media Development, and we'll see you next week at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. Don't forget our new time, new day, actually, not new time. But hey, Fred, first of all, spell my name right, bro. Come on. You're supposed to be the president of our fan club, and you're spelling my name wrong. I'm so disappointed. Anyways, that's going to do it for us tonight. We'll see you next time. Catch us if you can.
Man, that motherfucking mosquitoes was tearing me up, boy.